TV journalist Bob McNeil has died. Well-known Kiwi journalist and broadcaster Bob McNeil has died after a long battle with Alzheimer's disease. Tributes are flowing for the award-winning reporter, who spent 20 years working for TV3, covering countless stories and presenting the news. McNeil was born in Wellington in 1942 and began his journalism career at the Taranaki Daily News. He then travelled to the UK and worked as a teacher in London before returning to New Zealand and eventually to the news. He worked in radio for many years but will be best remembered for his work on TV3, starting with the channel just before it went to air in 1989 until his retirement at the end of 2010. McNeil was married to Jeanette and they have 3 children. His daughter Sasha McNeil is also a well-known journalist and news presenter in New Zealand. In 2014, McNeil published his memoir News Travels, telling the tales behind the stories he covered both at home and overseas. In the book, McNeil shares that he had traveled to enough countries to lose track of the number of passports he's filled up. The nature of television means you can't just stay at home and do interviews over the phone, you have to pack your bags, pick up a bulky tripod and go to real places to meet real people, and now retired there is time to tell some of the tales behind the stories, the blurb stated. Bob has traveled to countless countries to report on issues as varied as disasters in the Pacific Islands, yacht races in Milan and aid projects in Africa. The images he sent back for the news were snapshots of things he saw in person, and often the stories of how he got the stories are just as colorful. From his childhood in Taranaki to his first overseas trip, to being shot at in Fiji and interviewing one of his heroes, Sir Edmund Hillary in Nepal, this book is a chronicle of the importance of stories and an ode to the characters who bring them to life.